This first poem, the title came from a newspaper article in Marquette, Michigan. Matisse in Norwegian Museum wants Nazi loot. Family wants returned. 1936 was a leap year. In Paris, the elephant-skinned beech trees bloomed early. First helicopter rose over Berlin. In his studio, Matisse asked the woman to look away. Her cheekbones he discovered in a single curve, enough to match the yellow chair and scoop of her frock framed by flowers in half bloom. Somewhere a man was building a glass house. Somewhere history unbolted as Matisse framed a room for her inside his canvas. Outside the studio, the Parisian air was tindered. We know what doesn't survive the war and the men who bought her, but not how she rose to leave, turning to find her figure looking back. Somewhere over Berlin, a helicopter rising. Losing Thomas. His death was not a practice fall, not unlike pages blown out of reach down a long hallway or the echo of a phone ringing across the ocean. The first time it rang, his mother put down her tea and rose from the kitchen table. Inside the static, a stranger explained how Himalayan trails followed the Ganges and volunteers were sweeping the river, but there was no body there. Nothing but cracked morning sun scraping rocks and roots and the edge where he slipped, still clinging to earth. There's a man named Tim DeChristopher who's just recently finished serving 2 years in federal prison for attempting to outbid oil and gas companies during a private auction of Utah's public lands. In an article describing his action, it said that before he received his sentence, he looked at the judge and said, "This is what love looks like." 2013 AD. Envy said to spring, the open country is leaving. That year, the east came late behind the first summer storm. How does it feel to hold up the land like a pinprick of light leaving the room? I've met strangers in borrowed bodies trying to flee our century. I've met ghosts chasing our reflections. I go on trying to ignore the darker rain while scientists prepare another prediction. Meanwhile, the river froze, sealing the city inside a tipped vessel. What is intimate about loss? The dull thread of hope tied to our waists, daring us to jump, or the abyss we recognize gone missing, the earth, a point of light in the distance.